Namaste. Welcome to a non-comprehensive Spur-gear design procedure. Usual data available: power P, speed of pinion N1, velocity ratio I, minimum number of teeth on pinion Z1, pressure angle alpha, tooth form, and materials for pinion and gear. As you know that pinion is the smaller member of a gear pair. So in this brief design procedure, I have followed Design Data Handbook authored by Professor K. Mahadevan and Professor K. Balavira Reddy, the 4th edition. Step 1. From table 12.7, page 234, get the allowable static stress sigma D1 and sigma D2 for the given materials. Suffix 1 is for pinion and suffix 2 is for gear. If the number of teeth on pinion is not given, select the minimum number of teeth for the given tooth profile from table 12.4b, page 230. Calculate the speed and the number of teeth on gear by using the equation I is equal to N1 by N2, that's equal to Z2 by Z1. I is the speed ratio, omega is the angular velocity, n is speed in rpm, d is the pitch diameter, z is the number of teeth. Suffix, as I mentioned, suffix 1 for pinion and suffix 2 for gear. Step 3. For the given pressure angle and tooth form, calculate the Lewis form factor y for pinion and the gear, either from the equation 12.5c or 12.5d or 12.5v given in page 204. Step 4. Calculate the strength factor, that is a product of sigma d and lowercase y. Sigma d is the allowable static stress, y is the Lewis form factor for pinion and the gear. If sigma d1 y1 is less than sigma d2 y2, the pinion is weaker and the pinion governs the design. If sigma d2 y2 is less than sigma d1 y1, the gear is weaker and the gear governs the design. So design must be based on the weaker member. Step 5. Calculate the torque on the weaker member by using torque equation, capital T, that's equal to, that's also called m suffix t, mt, that's equal to 9.55 into 10 to the power of 6 into power divided by speed multiplied by Cs. So the torque is expressed in a Newton millimeter, where P is power in kilowatt and Cs is the service factor, which can be obtained from table 12.8, page 235. Step 6. Calculate pitch line velocity, that is mean velocity v, in terms of module using this expression, that is v is equal to pi into m into z1 into n1 by 60 multiplied by 1000. That's equal to pi into m into z2 by n2 divided by 60,000. Velocity is expressed in a meter per second. Step 7. By assuming pitch line velocity as a trial, which is less than 8 meter per second, calculate the velocity factor Cv in terms of module m by the equation Cv is equal to 3.05 by 3.05 plus v. Next, calculate step 8. Calculate the module m by using the equation m is equal to 2 into capital M suffix t, that is torque, divided by sigma d into Cv into k into uppercase y into z whole to the power of 1 by 3, where k is the phase width and module factor ratio. K is equal to B by M, where B is phase width. So one can take K is equal to 10, which usually ranges from 9.5 to 12.5. So uppercase Y or capital Y is equal to pi into Y, where small y or lowercase y is the Lewis form factor. Referring to table 12.2 in page 229, select the standard module M. Calculate mean velocity V. After selecting standard module M, calculate the mean velocity V. So usually you obtain V in terms of module. So that's why I substitute module for that equation and obtain a velocity V. If the mean velocity so obtained is greater than 8 meter per second and less than 13 meter per second, so once again calculate the velocity factor CV in terms of module by the equation, this one. If the velocity is from 6 meter per second to 20 meter per second, or which is greater than 13 meter per second, you can use CV is equal to 6.1 divided by 6.1 plus V. If the velocity is greater than 20 meter per second, use velocity factor CV is equal to 5.55 divided by 5.55 plus square root of V. So this equation generally is used for the gears which are made of hardened steel and ground and lapped in precision gears. Next, repeat steps 8, 9 and 10. Step 12. Calculate the allowable stress. Sigma allowable is equal to sigma d into CV. Sigma d is the allowable static stress. CV is the velocity factor. Step 13. Calculate the induced stress by the equation. Sigma induces, that's equal to sigma, that's equal to Ft by By into P. B is the phase width, Y is the Lewis form factor, P is the circular pitch, that's equal to pi into M. If sigma induced is less than or equal to sigma allowable, the design is satisfactory. Step 14. Calculate pitch diameter of pinion. D1 is equal to mz1. Pitch diameter of gear D2 is equal to m into z2. Phase width B is equal to k into m. And all the geometrical parameters of tooth using proportions given in terms of module in table 12.3 page 229 or table 12.4a page 230. Step 15. Calculate the dynamic load Fd by using equation 12.12 page 207, that is Fd is equal to Ft plus K3 into V in the parenthesis C into B plus Ft divided by K3 into V plus under root C into B plus Ft, where C is the dynamic factor which can be obtained from table 12.12 page 236. K3 is equal to 20.67 in SI units. Step 16. Calculate the wear load, or which is also called the limiting load for wear, Fw, which is given by equation 12.15a page 208. That's equal to Fw is equal to D1 B Q K, that's equal to m into Z1 B Q K, which must be greater than or equal to dynamic load Fd. So M into Z1 is nothing but a D1, pitch circle diameter of the pinion. K is the load stress factor, which can be obtained from table 12.16 and table 12.17, page 239 and 240. Q is the ratio factor, which is given by 2d2 by d2 plus d1, or that's equal to 2z2 divided by z2 plus z1. If Fw is greater than Fd, the design is satisfactory. If Fw is less than Ft, then make one or more of the following changes. Increase the surface hardness, calculate the dynamic load by decreasing the tooth error, or increase the face width. Increase the face width. So if the diameters, pitch diameters of pinion and gear, or center distance between pinion and gears, or pitch line velocity is given, you are not supposed to assume minimum number of teeth. In that case, follow the same procedure by not assuming minimum number of teeth. References. The procedure given above must be followed, but you are not supposed to assume a minimum number of teeth. References. Design of machine elements by Dr. A.S. Ravinda. Design data handbook by Professor K. Mahadevan and Professor K. Balaveera Reddy. Thank you.